Scenario 7 Roundup, guys. We're here. As you can see, I've got everything I ever wished for in this scenario. I managed to get myself the limited time avatar for Evolution's Call. So the Starfall collection, I've actually completed all of the tier rewards. I've got myself the Epitome Territory Decoration right here. Very nice. We have the Stargate Rush as well, a new little event that was added. So we look in the Starway shop, I've managed to get myself the limited glasses as well as the SOCR. I've hoarded myself 68 Mr. Wishes collection crates. Hopefully they transfer over to the next scenario, because if not, that is a big waste. The Starfall collection, if you go in the past shop, I've gone ahead and tried to hoard myself the Deviation Selection Lunar Oracles. We're at 5 at the minute. Kills I've got on all of my guns. So we've used a little bit of the jaws on this one, but we've predominantly used Critical Pulse. And as you can see, 21 metas defeated. Not an insane amount, but I'm still happy. And then we switched over to KVD towards the end. Collection level is 236. Here's where we're at in terms of our Esters and Crate Hoard. We're up to 613. This is the amount of weapon mod and armor parts we have now. Stellar Planula, 7,188 formula fragments. That's our total now. Any noteworthy deviations? We have ourselves a 5.5 Starfall Inversion Mini Wonder, 5.5 Xeno Purifier as well. Something else I've started as well is I'm trying to hoard as much Stardust dye as possible. I don't actually spend any of it, I just want to see the max amount I can get. If you don't know, if you go to the scenario shop or the challenge shop, if you go into other, you're actually able to buy a max of 500 Stardust dye every month. So this is what we're going to be doing. Okay, just to amend an issue I had in the previous scenario roundup, I mentioned about me losing 15k rubies when the events section page was removed for Crimson Moon earlier than it should. Turns out the developers were fixing some issues with it and only removed it temporarily. I still had my 15k rubies, so there's no worries there. It's all good. This is the Mitsuko marks we've got right now. Starcrom. As the Lunar event ended during this Evolution's Call server, I'll showcase the final numbers I have on my spreadsheet. For 120 crates, 476 opens, 75, 708, and 50, 419. So a total of 1,603 crates, 141,000 total whispers, and 293 drops. Something I will mention is the number of crates I've opened is a bit skewed, as I would tend to do Lunar Oracle every single time it would drop, and if you know, you get diminishing returns after a certain point, so the more you open, the less you're going to get. Deviations tend to pop a lot more if you give it time between, so if you do a few every day opposed to every single hour. So a lot of these crates aren't particularly accurate to how many drops I'm getting. It's just, I was opening them constantly, but I probably would have been able to get more for this if I'd have given it more time between opening them. With that being said, we now have ourselves the Starfall Inversion spreadsheet, and here's what we're looking at. And here is our formula spreadsheet as well. I started this one up. Here's where we're at, 132 formulas and 34 total wallpapers. But I almost forgot, let me actually showcase my base then. Again, very, very similar to how it was last time, but I kind of like this one. I like the fact that everything's in the middle. I would always put my base in the corner of my territory. So I'd always be spawning in the middle and I went to like walk over. This time around I've actually done it a little bit better. And maybe just to talk a little bit about PvP, I've definitely enjoyed it. I feel like it's given me something to work towards. If you know PvE, PvE is very much, you sort of create your own goals, you create your own things to do. And if you cannot find stuff like that, it can get very boring. The thing with PvP is, you've always got a war on the horizon. So wars happen every 3 days. Especially at the beginning, it is kind of chaos with like all these warbands coming up and everything. So you always have something to work towards. So it's allowed me to sort of focus my materials, focus my time in creating rockets, base designs. I've really enjoyed doing the base designs, even though they didn't particularly turn out maybe the best, or they didn't really provide much of a defense. I still enjoyed messing around with them and going into that side of it. I did find quite fun. And so that has definitely been something nice about it. I just want to give a big shout out to the Ashen Verdict on this one, and everyone who was a part of this warband. You were all very nice, and even though we struggled towards the end, it was a pleasure fighting with you. Thanks guys. And another shout out to TLD. They were very kind enough to let Ashen Verdict merge with them towards the end to allow us to get the gold warband trophy, which is really, really nice of them. I don't really have the best furniture to put it on, but I'll find some. The server I'm joining is 0068, so I feel like it's a sign, it's a calling. I've got to take it, man. So we're going to be joining some of the members from TLD over there, which is going to be really cool. Thank you very much for watching, and take care. Five. Oh my god. Come on. Yes. Let's go. Oh, that was was so good. Nice. Nice one.